To look at love, though, all the versions of love, there is the need to see, love for what might seem to be unlovable. You all know that black Americans for centuries were obliged to laugh when they weren't tickled and to scratch when they didn't itch. And those gestures have come down to us as Uncle Tommy. However, I believe people live in direct relation to the heroes and sheroes they have. Always and in all ways. And I don't think we often enough stop to wonder, how did that black man feel when his throat would start to ache? And every person in this auditorium knows that feeling. When you must cry, but you won't. And you hold yourself, and then these muscles get sore. Each time that black man had to say, "Yes, sir, boss, you're right, I must be stupid, yes, sir," so he could make enough money so he could go home and feed somebody. Or that black woman who said, "No, ma'am, Miss Ann, you didn't hurt me when you slapped me. I ain't tender-hearted, sure ain't, no, ma'am." So she could make enough money so she could go home and send somebody to school. I think that we live in direct relation to the heroes and sheroes we have. And sometime at some place inside our hearts, we've got to say thank you. Because I don't know about any of you, but I wouldn't be here this evening had those people not been successful in the humiliating employment of those humiliating ploys. Yes, sir. So I honor them, and in honoring them, I honor all our ancestors who tried to stay alive and be somebody so that we could be here this evening and try to accept that we've been loved, each of us, maybe by somebody 3 generations ago who never even thought what name you would carry, that they paid for you already. To look at that condition, I wrote a poem about a woman who is a maid in New York City. She sits at the back of the bus with 2 shopping bags, black. If the bus stops abruptly, she says, "Ah, ha, 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 ha." If it stops slowly, picks up somebody, misses somebody. I watched her for about 9 months. And I thought, if you don't know black features, you may think that woman is laughing. She wasn't laughing. She was simply extending her lips and making a sound. I thought, oh, I see. That's that survival apparatus at work. So I wrote a poem for her. I used it with Mr. Paul Laurence Dunbar's poem, Mask, and my own poem for old black men. This is love. When I think about myself, I almost laugh myself to death. My life has been one great big joke, a dance that's walked, a song that spoke. I laugh so hard, I nearly choke when I think about myself. 70 years in these folks' world, the child I works for calls me girl. I say, yes, ma'am, for working's sake. I'm too proud to bend and too poor to break, so I laugh until my stomach aches when I think about myself. My folks can make me split my side. I laughed so hard, I nearly died. The tales they tell sound just like lying. They grow the fruit, I eat the rind. I laugh until I start to cry when I think about myself and my folks and the little children. But we wear the mask that grins and lies. It shades our cheeks and hides our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile. With torn and bleeding hearts, we smile and mouth with myriad subtleties. Why should the world be overwise in counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but oh my God, our tears to thee from tortured souls arise. Oh, we sing, hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby. But oh, the clay is vile beneath our feet, and long the mile. Let the world think otherwise. We wear the mask. My fathers sit on benches. Their flesh count every plank. The slats leave dents of darkness deep in their withered flank, and they nod like broken candles, all waxed and burnt profound. They say, but baby, it was our submission, and that made your world go round. There in those pleated faces, I see the auction block, the chains and slavery's coffles, the whip and lash and stock. My father speak in voices that shred my fact and sound. They say, but sugar, it was our submission that made your world go round. They laughed to shield their crying. They shuffled through their dreams. They stepped and fetched a country and wrote the blues in screams. I understand their meaning. It could and did derive from living on the ledge of death. They kept my race alive by wearing the mask. You see, that too is love, Leslie. That is love. When any human being is willing to allow herself or himself to be seen at the most debased level, most demeaned, most dehumanized level, thinking that by doing so, he or she can assure the survival of yet another human being, that is love. Howbeit bitter, brutal, painful, that too is love.